Welcome back to another episode of Lulu's Perch. In this episode, we're going to engage phase 2 of our community hub by building an education center. Let's get to class. In our mission to address the most commonly overlooked permaculture principle in the garden, people care, we are building a community hub that consists of 3 elements. The first element is the exercise platform, which I painted a mandala last episode. I'll leave a link in the description below. Then next phase is this old shed here that we're going to be converting into a classroom. Let's go do it. Look at our rundown old shed. The termites have eaten their way through the floors and the walls, and they've left the place looking completely and utterly neglected. It's time to bring in some new resources, give it a splash of varnish and a lick of paint, and this old shed will be looking like a classroom in no time. As a teacher, it's important to understand that the world is home to over 8.7 million known species of plants, trees, animals, fungi, and bacteria. So without a microchip implanted in our brain, it is near impossible to know all of them, let alone how they interact with each other. Well, that is, unless you want to be the lawnmower man.
How are you doing? I've synergized a tremendous amount of data, and you and I have proven that most functions of the brain are simply lying dormant, waiting to be awakened.
No? So take a piece of humble pie and don't be afraid to let a student take the teaching role and the teacher to take a student role, because at the end of the day, we're all learning together. You're done, Mum.
Yeah, excellent. Okay. That looks good, doesn't it?
Yep.
Cool. Where's the lid?
Allow students and interns to set goals for what they'd like to learn throughout the class or course. This is beneficial for both student and teacher because everyone wants to reach their milestones. Finally, leave your political, religious, and ideological bias at the door and allow the information to speak for itself. A teacher may be in a position of power and have students looking up to them, but let's try and keep the cult out of permaculture.
Planet Earth about to be recycled. Your only chance to survive is to leave with us.
While everyone's there to learn and improve, resist the urge to monopolize the conversation with the minute details of your farm. So let's keep the flow on topic. Be ideologically flexible. Don't be too idealistic. Many students arrive on a farm with unrealistic expectations of self-sustainable farming.
I started an organic compost pile at home.
Only at home? You mean you don't pocket mulch?
Or try to impose their own ideology on another farmer's system.
I'm a level 5 vegan. I won't eat anything that casts a shadow.
Try to see your experience as an opportunity to work with a client's needs rather than seeing them as an obstacle preventing you from expressing your prowess. At the end of the day, the farmer is the one who has to live with their system, so respect their flow and design. And finally, talking about respect, look after the farm you're staying on. Sometimes we forget they're often on solar panels and rainwater, so let's consume energy wisely. Also, respect the tools you're using. Use them appropriately, give them a clean, and store them back in their original home. Alright, I made a classroom. I got my old school blackboard. I got some chairs, some tables. The floors are done. Nice satin finish. Oh, look at all them footprints, mother. But yes, this is the classroom. And it's got a little outdoor area. It's got the screen so we can't exactly see the neighbours. And it's still got that lovely view of the mountain. Woo-wee! We just built a classroom. Now we can rent it out to the community and they can start running their very own workshops in there. Also, I can start running some permaculture classes too. Speaking of which, I'm starting Growvember, where I dedicate 1 month, November 2018, to teaching you about permaculture. We're going to cover compost, veggie gardens, food forests, wicking beds, water harvesting and biochar, the whole kit and caboodle. So if you're in the Sunshine Coast area, Noosa, and you're interested in coming along to that, leave a little comment down below and I'll give you some information so you can come and check it out. Also, I'm going to film a Q&A episode in the future. So if you've got any questions you'd like to ask me about my farm, permaculture, or even myself, leave them down in the comment section below. But if you're one of my Patreons, leave a question on my Patreon account and it's definitely going in the episode. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Next episode, we're going to build a bar. We're going to create the social hub of the whole property. We're going to put the bar in barn, and I heard there may even be a little function, possibly a wedding, at the very end of the episode. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Try get outside, build a classroom for your community today, and I'll see you in the next chapter. Catch ya!